Welcome to Steve's World UK. Today we're back at Aerospace in Bristol. So today, the last ever made and flown Concorde is part of my world. On the 7th of February 2017, Aerospace Bristol welcomed Concorde Alpha Foxtrot, the last Concorde to be built and the last to fly, to a new purpose-built home. The complex move was conducted with the greatest care by engineers from British Airways and Airbus, who towed the iconic aircraft across Filton airfield and up a ramp into the new purpose-built hangar at Aerospace Bristol. Concorde is a British-French turbojet-powered supersonic passenger airliner that was operated from 1976 until 2003.
Shape was necessary for supersonic speeds. The design team adopted emerging delta wing designs, but even then, they had to push their design and technology beyond its limits. Concorde cruised at Mach 2.02 or 1,350 miles per hour. At up to 60,000 feet, that's just over 18 kilometers, passengers could see the curvature of the Earth from their window. To reach supersonic speeds, Concorde needed 4 independent hands.
This has to be the most impressive aircraft I have ever seen. The Concorde had a maximum speed of over twice the speed of sound at Mach 2.04, with seating for 92 to 128 passengers. It first flew in 1969, and Concorde entered service in 1976 and operated for 27 years. It is one of the only 2 supersonic jetliner models to operate commercially. The other is the Soviet-built Tupolev Tu-144, which operated in the late 1970s. Concorde was jointly developed and manufactured under an Anglo-French treaty. 20 aircraft were built, including 6 prototypes and development aircraft. Air France and British Airways were the only airlines to purchase and fly Concorde. The aircraft was used mainly by wealthy passengers who could afford to pay a high price for the aircraft's speed and luxury service. The original program cost estimate was about £70 million before 1962. The program experienced huge cost overruns and delays, and with the program eventually costing between 1.5 and 2.1 billion in 1976. This extreme cost was the main reason the production run was much smaller than expected. Another factor that affected the viability of all supersonic transport programs was that supersonic flight could be used only on ocean crossing routes to prevent sonic boom disturbance over populated areas. With only 7 airframes each being operated by the British and the French, the per unit cost was impossible to recoup, so the French and British governments absorbed the development costs. British Airways and Air France were unable to operate Concorde at a profit after purchasing their aircraft from their respective governments at a steep discount in comparison to the programme's development and procurement costs. Concorde aircraft were retired in 2003, 3 years after the crash of Air France Flight 4590, in which all passengers and crew members on board were killed. This was the only fatal incident involving Concorde. The general downturn in the commercial aviation industry after the September 11th attacks in 2001 and the end of the maintenance support for Concorde by Airbus contributed to the aircraft's retirement.
Any updates? No updates to the briefing. Understood.
Now accepting passengers on the demonstration flights include top Australian government representatives and senior executives of another Australian airline. An important leg is to Singapore. It takes 002 to Lunar Hospital. No social problems. Nothing to justify the fears of the environment. 90% of the evidence. They are on board at precisely half to just 2 hours and 20 minutes. And this data to belong with 23 hours of supersonic flying and nearly 14 hours of arc. It will improve not only our Concorde speed, but also our Concorde reliability. Supersonic airlines will operate alongside jumbo jets in mixed fleets.
You've got to be cool.
Concorde was one of a kind, an icon. It pushed the boundaries of design and technology. Even today, Concorde students still inspire us.
The food was fantastic. It was beautifully served, and it was
Despite having to eat in air conditioning and everything, yeah.
Flight time from London to New York was just 3 hours 20 minutes, although its record was 2 hours 52 minutes and 59 seconds.
So that's going to do it for today. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on great future content from Steve's World UK. Until next time, be safe, be good, be kind, and be careful. It takes 24 hours for the world to turn once, but only 2 seconds to like or subscribe to see great future content from Steve's World UK.